Hi students, good morning to everyone. I am going to be teach on the topic role of software architectures from the unit 2. First we discuss what is architecture. An architecture is a structure of the system. It includes the software elements, that is the properties, the system properties that are to be visible, and it provides the relationship among them, and it also be specify the behavior of the system. It is clear architecture is a structure of the system. This structure is visible externally, and it specifies the relationship among them, that is among the elements. Some important uses of our software architectures that are can be classified into four categories: understanding and communication, reuse, constructions and evolutions, and analysis. We will be discuss one by one. What is the understanding and communication, which help to the software architectures, which help to understanding the existing functionality of the system. It help to be create a new system. However, during the constructions of the system, it reduce the complexity to build a system. Look on the screen. It helps to understand of the existing system functions and its structure, right? So the software architecture is help to understanding the functionalities, understanding the elements that is specified in the software, and it also be focused on to create a new system. There are many parts of the systems that are work together. The analyst or the developer can easily understand what is the relationship between the system functions, the system parts, and how they are communicate each other. Earlier I discussed that there are four advantages are there in the software architectures. The first one is an understanding and communication. The existing software can be easily understand, and the developer can be create a new system. However, he note it down, he can be notice the errors and the demand of the user, the existing functionalities of the system. Therefore, it reduces the complexity to the developer to build a new system, right? This facilitate the understanding of the existing system functions and its structure. It also used to specify the different level of views to the system, and it is not only to specify the elements in the system, and it also be provide the facility to visible the system parts, the system elements, right? Therefore, if the person wants to understand the system, he must understand the structure of the system, how they are communicated, how it is, what is the behavior of the system, and how the modules, how the software system parts are communicated each other. That must be understood by the person. Therefore, the architecture will help to them to understand the parts of the system. Okay. So we go to the next point, reuse. The architecture, it is not only help to create a new system or understanding the existing system functionalities, it also used to reuse the existing system parts to the new system. Some component of the existing system can be utilized, can be reused to the new system, thereby reducing the cost of the software. And these components should be fit properly together with the other new components, which lead to increasing the productivity, right? When we are reusing the system parts, when we reusing the system elements, the components, we can be save cost, and the productivity, the product of the system can be increased, right? Therefore, it helps to minimize the elements that the developer have to be developed such that the products can be shared software parts of the maximum. The system components that are to be taken from the existing system and it is adopted, it included in the new system. So there are two advantages. One is we can be save cost, and the second one is we can be develop the system with minimum complexity, right? And the developer must be fit the system components properly together with other components. So these are three uses of the software architectures. We go to the next point, constructions and evolutions. The software architecture is not only help to understanding the functionalities of the software and reuse the software, the existing software components, but it also be help to create a new system. That is, architecture guide to develop a new system and help to choose the element for the system, and they interact in the specific manner. So the architecture which help to select the elements that are suitable to the system. During the evolutions of the system, new features are added to the system. It helps to reduce the complexity and efforts. So there are here two important topics are to be discussed. One is constructions. Constructions means we create a new system. Evolutions means we are add the new features in the existing systems. The architecture is help to guide to develop a new system, and it helps to select the elements that are suitable for the new systems. That is based on the user demands, based on the developer needs. But in the evolutions of the system, the existing systems can be add new features that are not be exist or that are be upgraded to the system. It helps to add new features with minimum complexity and efforts. During the evolutions of the system, the developer add the demand of the user, the needs of the developer. Therefore, the system can be improved it to the satisfy level. The architecture which help to add the new features with minimum complexity. However, the developer can be easily understand the system structure by the architectures, right? The software architectures. Therefore, he can easily add the features to the existing system with minimum efforts and minimum complexity. And the software architectures is also help to determine which part of the system is affected by this change, right? The developer can easily understand when we adding these features which part of the software elements which will be affected by this change, right? And the developer ensure that the changes is made properly without any side effect. However, some changes may lead to damage the existing structure, to destroy the existing structure. Therefore, the developer should ensure that the changes is made properly without affecting of the existing structures, right? An architecture is not only guide to develop a new system, it also help to add the new features of an existing system with a minimum complexity and a minimum efforts. But the developer should fit the components properly with other components. Otherwise, the components cannot be fit. The component cannot be communicated with each other. It may lead to the system poor quality. Therefore, it lead to the system poor quality. However, an architecture help to determine which part of the system have to be changed and which features is to be changed, which features is to be added in the existing system. If it is not fit properly, it will help to destroy or damage the existing structure. We go to the next advantage of the software architectures is analysis. The behavior of the system can be determined before the system build. The analysis which will be done before the development of the system. Therefore, the developer can easily determine the behavior of the system, what it need, what we have to be include, that can easily determined by the analyst. And the architecture which help to select the alternatives that will be best suited to the system, right? The analyst can be select the system elements that will meet the quality, that will fulfill the demand of the users, and it will also suitable to the system needs. However, the analysis which will be done before the development of the system, the behavior of the system can be understood by the analyst. This allows to the designer, the analyst, to consider the alternatives, elements that will be suitable to the needs of the system. It meet to the quality and it fulfill the needs of the user. It can be checked whether the performance is satisfied or not. If it is not, what new capabilities should be added to improve it to a satisfied level, that can be determined by the analyst, right? Suppose if the element is not suitable or the system performance is degraded, the analyst can be select the elements that will improve it to a satisfied level, right? Here we discussed the role of software architecture, some important uses. It can be classified into 4 major categories. There are numbers of the advantages are there. We discussed here some major advantages, which will be 4 categories: understanding and communication, reuse, constructions and evolutions, and analysis, right? In the understanding and communications, we see the software architecture will help to understand the existing system functionality. Therefore, the user can be build a system with minimum complexity. And similarly, in the reuse, the system parts, the existing system components can be reused, can be fit to the new system, thereby reducing the cost as well as it increase the productivity. In the third point, which is a focus on constructions and evolutions, that is to develop a new systems and add a new features in the systems. The architectures, there are many advantages that are to be discussed earlier. Similarly, the architectures is also help to construct a new systems, as well as it also help to add the new features to an existing systems. But the developer has to fit the components of the system properly, otherwise the system performance may be degraded. And it also help to which part of the systems will be affected by this change. The analyst the developer can easily determine. Therefore, the developer ensures that the change is made properly without affecting of the existing structures. Right. The last one, which is analysis. The behavior of the system can be determined before the system build. This allows to the designer to consider the alternative selections that will best suit to the system. Right. With this topic, I would like to conclude these sessions. Thanks for watching this video.